This webinar is titled The Cycle of Agitation, Gay Corporate Zombies and Denial of Liberty Attacks. Well, you may think that this title is meant to be provocative, but you'll actually find it describes a concept quite well. Let me make a comparison. There's something called zombie computers, and this is a computer connected to the internet that's been compromised by a hacker, a computer virus, or a Trojan horse. And it can be used to perform malicious tasks of one sort or another under remote direction. Another term you need to know to understand this webinar is a denial of service attack. This is an attempt to make a machine or network resource unavailable to its intended users temporarily or indefinitely to interrupt or suspend its services. So using this diagram, you've got a hacker, which represents this blue box, that has control of zombie computers that seeks to attack a target in a massive way that will indefinitely suspend services. Now let me make the analogy. They're zombie corporations. They've been cultivated for years by activists. Each year they're given a new goal to go further in advocating for the activist issues. They're rewarded with approval and ratings and can be called into action at the activist's command. A denial of liberty attack occurs when a city or state makes an attempt to pass protections for conscientious objectors, small businesses, ministers, pastors, or churches. In a denial of liberty attack, HRC activists harness companies that they've cultivated for years as corporate zombies to attack the city or state that's trying to protect the liberty of its citizens, and the pressure can be massive. It takes the shape of a letter filled with the talking points and words of the HRC activist. That this law in this particular state overturned protections for LGBT people. It sanctions discrimination. It's not a bill that reflects the values of our company. It's discriminatory legislation. Such laws are bad for employees and bad for business. This is not for thriving hubs of business and economic development. You'll no longer attract the brightest workers in your state. Discrimination has no place in our state or anywhere in our country. As companies, we pride ourselves on being inclusive and welcome. So the propaganda is in place in the form of the letter, and then they'll have the gay corporate zombies sign the letter. And these always include these following companies and entities: Accenture, American Airlines, Bank of America, Barnes & Noble, Choice Hotels, Citibank, Hewlett-Packard, Hilton Hotels, Hyatt Hotels, IBM Corp., Ingersoll Rand, Intel, Marriott International, Microsoft, Pfizer, Qualcomm, Ralph Lauren, Replacements Inc., Salesforce, Starbucks, Starwood Hotels, Symantec, TD Bank, Thrive Capital, Wells Fargo Company, and others. Tech companies such as Amazon, Dropbox, eBay, Facebook, Google, GoGoBot, LinkedIn, Orbitz, Pandora Media, PayPal, Pinterest, Reddit, Salesforce, Symantec, Tumblr, Twitter, Uber, Yahoo, Yelp, and YouTube are frequent signers of these letters and participate in these denial of liberty attacks. And the pressure can be massive. But here's something to consider. Often when asked if the CEOs had read the bill they were protesting, an overwhelming majority said no. So the question becomes, who's running these corporations anyway?